Hello, everybody. Joe Begaduns here, and welcome back to another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where last time we left off, started on the Umi route. Really don't know where this is gonna go? Question mark? Because I don't think it's gonna be a nothing route. Kind of like I was alluding to, I don't know, guessing. Yeah, I was about to say yesterday, actually, 2 days ago. I didn't record yesterday. Oops! Like the baseball route in Clannad, where it's like nothing really happens, there's not really any character development, really, like none. You don't really explore any of the characters, but I don't think it's that mundane. Because even before we started, and we started getting like Umi has like maybe a little bit of daddy issue stuff going on. Like Umi had stuff. All the way back in, oh god, who was it? Was it Shira's route? Where she's just like hanging out in the field with the tree. Like, Umi's doing things, behind the scenes that we are not privy to when we're normally running around, doing shenanigans and getting into some wacky hijinks. So whether they dive into that here, though, or they're saving that for the, true end route, I don't know. We'll have to, just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. But there was a reason I didn't record yesterday, and it's because I was kind of tweaking, not gonna lie. Not like getting high tweaking, but like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? Shit, kind of tweaking. So, as you all know, right now, I am taking some college assignments, doing some classes, and one of my assignments, like a giant portion of my grade, is doing an interview with someone in the career field that I'm majoring in. Only issue is, I don't fucking know anybody in the field I'm getting my degree in. I'm kind of like, I actually prefer the humanities. I'm much more of like a history kind of person, even though my main job right now is definitely more STEM focused. I think it's good to have a balance. I'm definitely gonna eventually get associates, minor in aviation technologies or something to kind of round out my, I don't know, my skill set, my competitive skill set, let's say. But I definitely prefer, humanities over STEM. But that's kind of where the bit of the friction is. It's like, well, sure, I'm getting if you don't know, I'm majoring in East Asia Studies. I'm not going to say it's a fucking worthless degree, but it's one of the ones where it's like, if you get it, you need to have, a plan. It's kind of like people get their shitty fucking liberal arts degree, and then it's like, oh, now I'm a middle school arts teacher, and my life sucks, or I just don't do anything related to the degree. If you go online and search for people talking about it, it's a lot of stuff like that. Either that, or it's kids who like anime, and then they get into the degree program, and they're like, oh fuck, this is actual history, anthropology, sociology, fuck, I gotta get out of here, and then they dip. But fortunately, I'm a fucking freak pervert who likes politics and history, and how one leads into the other and all that fun stuff. So after I finish my stint in the military, I'll probably swing over the State Department and work I don't know, some kind of diplomatic job, I don't know, embassy staff or something like that. Something fun. Mainly because I get to keep I don't keep my government benefits, they just change a little bit, but I get to keep my government retirement plan, though, which will, going by just, on its own, if I stopped now and, didn't contribute anymore, by the time I'm 40, it'll already have, over $1 million in it, so that'd be sad. But keep feeding into it, so that way when it comes time to, be an old fuck, I can just retire and not have to worry about anything ever again. So, yeah. Unless I get, I was about to say a public position compared to like, I guess government would be public though. Private, a private offer, which would, have enough incentives, let's say, to not continue in government work. Private sector versus public sector. There tends to be a bit of a pay disparity. Anywho, enough about me plotting out the next 10 years of my life that you don't care about, and humble bragging about my savings. Who knows? I might not even live that long. I might get into a car accident tomorrow and die, or I just get blown up in a missile strike or something. Roll the dice, Just gotta live your life. I was about to say it'll end tomorrow, but that's honestly too ambitious for me. I can't be doing all that. You just gotta live normally, dude. You just gotta sit around sometimes. Like we're doing right now, reading Summer Pockets. Anyway, I need a sip of my coffee. I just woke up and I have the AC and fans blaring in my bedroom. My sinuses in the back of my throat are burning. They're so fucking dry. I kind of get that scratchy feeling in the back of my throat like when you get a cold. But I know it's not a cold. I know it's just from sleeping with my mouth open with the AC and the fan blowing on me the entire night. So forgive me if I sound funny or just start choking weirdly in the episode. That's why. Anywho, Boomy. Hello, hi. The Kato household was a lot more lively than usual that day. Now, and kids had all come over to play. Sure is rare for Umi-chan to bring her friends over. It was a good sort of rare, though. I tried to keep my distance and watched over them. Yeah, they can play in the main living room. You just kind of sit in this little hallway veranda, kind of sunroom thing. Kind of, I don't know, read a book, play on your phone. Though I don't think you have a phone. Just kind of be there, but you're not really involved a lot. Also, it's probably the girls that came over. Oh no! Everyone. The children were sitting in a circle and whispering about something. What on earth could they be talking about? The atmosphere was sort of serious, and it was making me really curious. Looks like kid talk in any case, though. It'd probably be insensitive for an adult to barge into something like that. I guess I'll head outside. I went out alone, try not to bother them. I decided to head over to the candy store and found the usual crowd all assembled. They were sitting in a circle and chatting. Looked like some sort of private adult talk was going down over here. What are y'all talking about? Uh-oh. Is it about us? How's that? I joined into their circle. Ah. Dark pass. Well, that sounds kind of grim. Yep. Your little Chinubio phase, though. I want to say, I can't tell if Tenzen's still in it or he's just that autistic. Ah, you mean that sort of dark past. Got it. Yeah, and left it behind ages ago, too. You still go out into the woods dressed up. It's complicated with Ao, because it's not really LARP, considering she's actually doing, fucking mystical magic shit in the woods at night. Yeah, I get it. I could understand that feeling all too well. I still have my journal from back then, see? Yeah, I was about to say, you need to fucking destroy that shit. No, you literally burned it? Oh, you're certainly thorough. True enough. Yeah, if someone saw that journal, I'd have no choice but to end my life. The stuff I wrote inside it are genuinely that embarrassing. So you kept your delusions totally internal? Yup. We've seen her dreams. What? As if you don't have one. Huh? You, of all people, Never caught a case of adolescent
意
delusions?
外でしょ。
その頃だともう俺は裸にしか興味なかったんだな。
That's actually worse in a completely different sort of way.
言われてみれば俺もそういうものは覚えがないな。
Yeah, you two are like, I don't know, too simple. Your minds are one track. There's no room for any of that garbage in there.
お前は現役だ。
Yep, never stop.
なんで心外みたいな顔してんのよ。卓球の打ち方に技の名前とかつけてるじゃない。
卓球とはそういうものだぞ。
No.
なるほど。申請とはこういうことを言うのか。
飲み気だって水鉄砲に名前をつけている時点で現役だぞ。
水鉄砲はそういうものだね。
Eh,
こっちも申請ね。
yeah,
私が
a little bit.
天然と同じ
You're all a bunch of
だと
freaks.
いうのか。
Whoa, she's seriously shocked about that.
あーでも俺これだけは覚えたわ。
What?
臨氷同社開示列在戦。
You doing like Naruto hand signs? Orochi made a stunningly vigorous series of hand seals. His movements were spectacularly skillful, and it was clear he'd done a great deal of
富
practice.
士ご神宝ね。あれはみんな覚えてやっちゃうわよね。あと密教の信号を覚えたりね。
Yeah, sure did. Onabara unken soaka.
大日如来か。定番だな。
じゃあね。オン切り隠すわか。
What was that one again? Whoa, Inari! What's that supposed to mean? And wait, where have you been hiding this whole time? That rock just appears and vanishes as it pleases. Oh, and I bet you memorized the names of demons and the ranks of angels and stuff by heart, right?
無意味にかっこいい感じを集めたりな。
It sort of felt like everyone's personalities were shining through in their horribly embarrassing past antics, too.
ミキは一時期パワーストーンにはまってなかったっけ？
Oh god, Nomiki was a fucking rock girl.
あれはただのお守りみたいなものだ。
Nah, that's nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, I used to make up my own magical spells and stuff. Just couldn't stop coming up with new ones.
ちょっと
Yeah, that's
それは
gross. Ew. Huh? You didn't do that?
理解できんな。
Really? You get me, right, Al? She wouldn't even look me in the eye.
高原、それは相当恥ずかしいと思うぞ。
I don't want to hear that from a guy who shouts about secret moves when he's playing ping pong. I opened up just a bit too wide and humiliated myself again. Yep,
そう
boundaries.
いやカメカメハは俺もめちゃくちゃ練習したわ。
Yeah, I feel you there.
ああ、この年でやってちゃダメだけどね。
Ah, but I saw Shirha doing it a while back, you know?
え、シロハが？一人でか？
Yeah, she was doing the spirit gun though, not the Kamekameha. Just then, I felt an incredible bloodlust coming from behind me. Huh? Whoa! Shira!
してないし。
She shouted and sprinted away. She really did, though. Now I think about it, Umi-chan was doing something like that just a while back.
海ちゃんが？
And it was the Dragon of the Darkness flame, too.
おすげえじゃん。それを持ってくるあたり将来有望じゃねえか。
Yeah, she was really getting into it, too. She had the movements down pat. Just then, I sensed an incredible bloodlust from behind me. Whoa! Umi-chan? Umi-chan was glaring at me, her face bright red. She was blushing so hard it felt like she could break down in tears any moment.
なんでそんなこと言うんですか？
Umi-chan?
秘密にするって言ったのに。
Whoops. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Nobody here would make fun of you for that. Actually, I think they all understand you. Everyone here's baggage like that too.
傷っていうな。
So, Umi-chan.
高原さんのアホー。
Umi-chan shouted with rage and ran away, crying.
ああ泣かしちゃった。
Really wasn't trying to.
だが、今の話からすると、誰にも言わないと約束していたのだろう。
Apparently.
つまり約束を破ったということだ。それならば高原が悪い。
Yeah. I can't argue with that. I could say I was just careless, sure, but that won't change the fact that I broke my promise and hurt Umi-chan's feelings. What should I do?
素直に謝るしかなかろう。
You're
こ
right.
れでも持って帰って謝りなさいよ。
Outpassed me an assortment of cheap sweets. You don't mind?
500万円ね。
So they're charging me. Well, the gift would probably help the apology go over well. I just hope she'd actually forgive me. I'm back! I got home to find the house empty. Apparently, Umi-chan wasn't back yet. I guess I'll just leave this year then. Put the bag of sweets on the living room table and retire to my room. I figured I'd take a nap or something while I waited for Umi to get back. When I woke up, it was already dark out. Ah, crap, I overslept. I wonder if Umi-chan's back yet. It's dark in the summer, it means it's like 10 o'clock. You slept like late, dude. I went to the living room where I found Kyoko-san eating dinner alone. Umi-chan was nowhere to be seen. Where's Umi-chan?
海ちゃんならやることがあるからって言って
Ah,
ご飯作ってすぐに部屋にこもっちゃったわよ。
dinner? Wait, you mean this? Kyoko-san was eating a delicious plate, just the words, delicious looking plate of fried rice, but my plate was filled with veritable mounds of plain white rice. I'm the only one who gets plain rice?
ハイリ君には素材の味を生かしたシンプルチャーハンって言ってたわ。
I'm pretty sure that defies the definition of fried rice. I guess she should be happy she cooked the rice at all. I'd been really screwed if she decided to bring out the potential of raw rice. Break your teeth. But in any case, looks like Umi-chan was seriously upset this time. The way things were going, I was in danger of learning the full potential of all sorts of ingredients over the course of the summer. I have to do something about this. My only choice was to wait for tomorrow, then apologize like I'd never apologized before. I'm an adult who knows how to own up to his mistakes. Yeah, she could put in like undercooked kidney beans or something and like make you shit your pants. If you don't know, raw and undercooked kidney beans like will mess you the fuck up. Gotta be careful with your legumes.
ハイリ君、大変起きて。
Ugh. I heard a shout and woke with a start. Kyoko-san was standing above me, her face red. What's going on? Why are you so
海
panicked?
ちゃんが家出しちゃったの。
She what? I'll never trust an adult again. Those are the only words on a crudely scrawled note she left on the kitchen table. Well, that's kind of grim.
私、海ちゃんに何かしたかしら。
No, this is probably my fault.
心当たりがあるの？
Yeah.
まさか、やっぱりあのお風呂の時。
No, not that one. But man, it's telling everybody about her special move practice really hurt Umi-chan that deeply? Well, that was a major miscalculation on my part. Considering that Umi-chan was still a bit too young to be afflicted by that horrifying illness, I actually thought it was charmingly childlike of her. But no, I had it all backwards. She was right at that age when kids start wanting to act like adults. I probably shouldn't have infantilized her. But anyway, I have to apologize. I got changed and headed outside to search for her. I gotta find her, first things first.
おーい入れ
Choking. Water. Swallowed it wrong. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Ugh. Ugh. Somehow swallowed my coffee in a way that it went into my fucking sinuses and my, down my fucking, what's my windpipe called? My trachea? Right into my lungs. Ugh. And the plus side, that'll wake me up. Get some caffeine right in my fucking bloodstream, because now I got coffee sitting in my lungs. Ooh. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Got it, like, fucking dribbling down my chin. Like, in my mustache. Ugh. Brutal. Alright. I'm recovered enough to talk. Whew. Roichi. Let's see if I actually am, though. Roichi ran up to me. Looked awfully flustered for some reason. Apparently everyone's in a panic today. Sorry, Roichi. I've got something to do right now, and I'm in a bit of a hurry.
こっちだって一大事なんだ。
Yeah, well, I've got my own disaster to...
秘密基地が占拠されたんだ。
Huh? It's been occupied? By who?
海ちゃんに。
What? It's like, yeah, I can't go there and be naked when there's like preteen girl squatting there. I'd get arrested. Like, that's beyond the pale even for him. As Roichi and I rushed over to the secret base, we passed by Tencent, who was curled up in the fetal position beside the road. What's wrong, Tencent? Looked like some sort of shriveled up husk. Yeah, he's going into ping pong withdrawals.
高原くんか。おはよ
Takahata-kun? Who the hell are you?
う。僕かい僕はちいけなメガネ野郎さ。
Yeah, without ping pong, he's nothing. Al? What's wrong with him?
占拠された時、ラケットとピンポン玉を根こそぎ奪われたんだ。
Day. Huh? Telling me Tencent's always like this when he doesn't have a racket?
僕なんて図書室の隅で折れた本の端を直しているのがお似合いだ
Not
よ。
a terrible gig.
そっとしておいてやってくれ。
Yeah, good plan. Secret base comes first. We hustled along our way. Whoa! What is this, a road close sign?
工事用のバリケードをここに持ってきたのか。
I guess they're telling us not to get any closer.
こんなもんで大人を止められると思うなよ。
Roichi swung a leg over the barricade. To an adult, it really was just a single step. But just then, Roichi collapsed backwards, falling on his butt. You got shot? The blast came from the secret base. Looking up at it, I saw the barrel of a squirt gun poking through one of the windows. They're still aiming at you! Retreat! I dragged Roichi out of range. The barrage halted. Is Nomiki in there or something?
いや、飲み木が作った水鉄砲をあそこにいくつか保管してあったんだ。
Then, was that Umichan shooting? Just then, shadows cast from atop the base. Ah. Yeah, let's let the wind calm down there a little bit, yeah? I looked up to see Umichan standing on its roof. Also, be careful, that's like thin corrugated steel. I know you're light, but I don't know the condition of that roof if you should be standing on it. She glared down at us, looking like some sort of magnificent entity descended from the heavens. Umichan!
何しに来たんですか？
That's dangerous up there. Come down right this instant. Yeah, have you gotten your tetanus shots?
嫌です。大人の言うことなんて聞きたくないです。
I can see your panties!
撃て
Whoa! That Umichan's signal, a fresh volley of squirt gun fire erupted from the base. Hey, huh? Who's that? Who's in there? That was a terrible mind read. I'm gonna kill myself. It's not just Umichan.
島のガキどもも一緒なんだよ。だから乗っ取られた。
strength in numbers, huh? Hey, you in there! What's your goal? What do you gain from shutting yourselves in our base? I call this the kids inside, not just Umi-chan.
大人は卑怯です。もう信じられません。だから私たちは大人がちゃんと謝るまで帰るつもりはありません。
You're not going home?
私たちはここで暮らします。
Here!
ここを私たち子供の解放区にします。大人は近づくの禁止です。
ふざけるなー。そこは俺たちの秘密基地。
Also, there's probably like some stocked up snacks, but not a lot. I don't think there's running water though, so... What are you guys doing for the latrine situation? Cut it out, Ruichi! Provoking them's only gonna make this worse. We should head back down the mountain for now.
くそー。ガキどもにこんないいようにされるなんて。
The kids were unexpectedly formidable. Without any way to deal with them, we were forced to retreat. We made our way back down the mountain and gathered everybody up at the candy store to talk strategy.
まさか子供たちが秘密基地を奪って立てこもるなんてね。
やすやすと子供たちに基地を奪われるとは情けない。
Apparently, Ruichi and Tenzin were the only ones at the base at the time.
しょうがないだろう。突然の奇襲だったんだよ。
僕のせいさ。僕がちんけなメガネ野郎だから。
What are they after, anyway? I knew why Umi-chan was angry. That was my fault. What about the other kids?
私駄菓子屋で聞いちゃったんだけど、最近子供たちが親のことでぼや
Oh,
いてた
boo
の。
fucking who.
みんなそれぞれいろいろ不満があるらしくって。
Now that you mention it, I remember the unusually serious gathering of kids at my place a while back. I've been discussing their grievances back
子
then.
供たちは何が不満なんだ？
たわいないことよ。
Yep, they are kids.
やれ宿題しろとうるさいとか、やれ手伝いをしろとうるさいとか、テレビのチャンネル権がもらえないとか。
Yeah, that's petty, alright.
だが子供にとってはそういうことが問題だったりするんだろう。
Well, yeah, you might be right there.
そんな理由で俺たちの居場所を奪っていい理由にはならねえよ。
夜になってお腹が減ったら戻ってくるんじゃない？
Mm-hmm.
そうだといいがな。ま、しばらくは様子を見るしかないか。
Sounds good. Well, the kids' next move would be... It'd be great if they really did get hungry and go home. That'd settle everything nice and easy.
青さん、ここラケット売ってませんか？
ないわ。
ああ。
Just go see, whatever the fuck his name is, Tokoro? What? I don't know. The sports shop kid. Go see him. He can let you, like, hold one. Oh, we really need to get the secret base back soon. And so, night fell.
海ちゃん、遅いわね。
Yeah, she is. Dinner time came and went with no sign of her. The dining table was barren. When I thought back on it, I'd been relying on Umi-chan for dinner pretty much all summer long.
海ちゃんかしら。
She wouldn't go out of her way to ring the doorbell, though, would she?
それもそうね。じゃあ誰かしら。
Kyoko-san headed over to the entryway. I followed along, thinking how nice it would be if it was Umi-chan. But instead, a group of adults was standing outside.
京子ちゃん、海ちゃんは帰ってる？いえ、まだですが。
Are all your kids still out too?
そうなのよ。こんな時間まで帰らないなんて初めてで。
Everyone looked worried. I figured they didn't know that the kids were shut up in the secret base yet. Yeah, this might be pretty bad. I think I probably know where they all are.
本当ですか？
Yeah, I'll take you there. It'd be best to head back to the secret base and check in on them again. Having having made that decision, I led the adults to the base.
ガキどもはこんなところに立てこもってやがるのが。
You had to climb deep into the mountains. Islander mothers ended up tapping out for the job, leaving me to lead a bunch of local fathers. Ooh, they're gonna get fucking the law laid down. There's a building up here that the youth association uses as their secret base, and the kids took it over and shut themselves up inside.
ほう、なかなかやりやがるな。これはきつい要求を据えないとな。
Yep. Please actually try to listen to them instead of scolding them unilaterally, okay?
ああ、心配すんなって。とにかく案内してくれや。
Right. It's this way. But when we arrived, we were in for a surprise. Well, what the heck? Barricades from this afternoon had evolved, and it was now formidable enough that not even an adult could get over it easily.
おお、なんだこりゃ。
The adults clearly didn't know what to make of though with the top barricade. Ah. Umi-chan appeared on the other side of the barricade. Umi-chan! She was flanked on either side by kids with water guns and stood on guard, glaring at us. Yeah, but these aren't your stupid fucking friends. These are like actual, like, grown-ass men, adults, and their parents. I imagine if they get squirted, they're just gonna get fucking angry and go over there and like rip the water guns out of their hands and like slap them.
お前ら、こんなとこで何してやがる。
うるさい、動いたら撃つぞ。
Hold your fire. We're here to talk.
大人と話し合うことなんてないです。
Don't be like that. Look, just take down this crazy barricade,
こ
okay?
こから先は大人は立ち入り禁止です。そうだ、入ってくるな。不法侵入なんだから。
Actually, I think you guys are. I could hear the other kids shouting from behind Umi-chan.
お前ら、一体どういうつもりだ。
大人は子供たちの敵なんだから。
ほう、敵と来たか。
Yeah, well, when we get home, I'll show you a real fucking enemy.
何がそんなに気に入らないんだ。
だって宿題しろってうるさいし、お手伝いしろっていつもガミガミ言うし、大人ばっか好きなテレビ見て子供にテレビのチャンネル選択権を遊びに連れて行ってくれる約束を破るなですわ。
I'm kind of guilty of that one, too. As the kids hurled complaint after complaint across the barricade, the adults
子
winced.
供が生意気言うんじゃない。帰ってきても家に入れてやらねえぞ。小遣い減らしてやる。明日は朝飯抜きだからな。
Mm-hmm. The fathers scolded their kids in unison. But the kids didn't yield an inch.
帰らないから朝ごはんなんていりませんわ。
They were completely talking past each
こ
other.
れじゃあ話し合いにもならないですね。
Nope. We should probably head home for today.
だが、このまま子供たちの勝手を許すのもな。
帰ってください。大人なんかいない方が楽しいし。
なに？子
Uh-huh.
供が生意気って。
まあまあ落ち着いてください。こちらがあまり強硬な姿勢を見せては子供たちも意地になるだけだと思いますし。
She's right. Let's back off for now. I know the secret base pretty well, and even though it looks all beat up, it's surprisingly sturdy. I'm sure they'll be fine spending the night in there.
仕方ねえ。今夜のところは引き上げるわ。
I don't know about that. You know, I'm kind of a bit of a hard ass. You know, give him an inch, they'll take a mile kind of thing. This is one of those situations where I think you as a parent need to lay down the fucking law. Be like, you know, a little maybe undiplomatic about it. Be like, no, you're going to shut the fuck up and we are going home. Why? Because I'm your goddamn parent, that's why. And, you know, take it from there.
二度と来る
こんな大人にそんな口聞くとただじゃ済まさねえぞ。
Okay, let's go. While the other kids were getting all worked up, which had watched us go in silence. It was creepy how calm she was. Okay, Umi-chan, we're going home for now. I'll be back tomorrow, though.
でも絶対こ こから先へは通しません。
I'll come anyway. See you tomorrow.
まさかガキどもがあんな生意気言いやがるとはな。明日は首根っこ掴んででも
よっ
連れて帰ってやるぜ。
The adults are all grumbling, but when I looked a bit closer, they were actually grinning. It sort of looked like they were having fun. You guys are angry, right?
そりゃ怒ってるさ。腹渡煮えくり返ってるね。
But, you actually look kind of happy.
楽しいっていや楽しいな。そうだな。親に反抗するほどたくましく育ったってことだからな。大人の言うことをはいはい聞いてるいい子
I
なだ
guess
けじゃ
that's good,
か
you
えっ
know,
て心配だろ。
that your kids have some backbone. It's just, well, they're stupid fucking kids if they're using it the wrong way.
わんぱくでもいい。たくましく育ってほしいってな。ああ、ちげねえ。こういうのは成人した子供と酒を飲むみたいな楽しさがあるよな。あるある。こいつは将来も楽しみだぜ。
They looked all but delighted as they chatted away. I thought they'd be more upset about this.
この小さな島では娯楽が少ないからね。どんなことでも楽しんじゃうようにできてるのかも。
Right. But still, is it really okay to just leave the kids alone?
そういうわけにはいかねえよ。
The adults were all smirking menacingly. They were just having fun. There was something malicious about their grins this time. Please be gentle.
子供たちにはしっかりと大人の怖さってのを教えてやらないとな。
Yeah, a bunch of shit kids in the woods in the middle of the night. Oh, you could get them real good.
ああ、大人には決してかなわないんだということを思い知らせてやら。
They're not planning on being gentle at all, are they? They looked excited in an unsettling sort of way. I was a bit worried. Is it a really good idea to leave this to the adults? Yes. The next day. Whoa! I walked outside to find Tenzin crouched down in the fetal position by my front door. What's up?
島の大人たちが呼んでるよ。
That's so. I'm all the way here to tell me that?
僕なんて誰かを呼びに行くくらいしか使えないからね。
We really have to get your racket back soon. It's been embarrassed seeing him like that. I was still to head over to the town hall. By the time I arrived, a bunch of adults were already gathered there. They were clustered around a bulletin board I was pretty sure hadn't been there before. What's that? Todoshirojima Youth Uprising Task Force HQ. It was written on the board.
高原も来たか。
Yeah. What's going on here? It seemed that the whole youth association was assembled. Even Shiraha was there, unusually enough.
子供たちが抵抗するつもりなら大人として全力で対応しようと対策本部が立てられたんだ。
Now, talk about immature. I had a feeling that the adults being like this was one of the factors that caused this rebellion in the first place. Sniff, sniff. Is it just me, or does it reek of booze? Looking a bit closer at the adults' open air HQ, the big table in the middle was full of alcohol balls.
子供たちなんぞに大人が負けてたまるかってな。俺らが子供の頃は村役場に打ち上げ花火を打ち込んで1ヶ月役場の便所掃除をさせられたんだよな。そうそう、台風の時に灯台に出かけて波にさらわれそうになってめちゃくちゃ叱られたっけな。
It seemed that a few of them were already 3 sheets to the wind. Seriously drinking this early in the morning?
ああして酒の魚に子供の頃の悪さ自慢をしているようだ。
I guess those kids are a chip off the old block then. I felt sort of stupid for taking it all so seriously up until then.
反抗したらした分だけこっぴどく叱られたよな。俺なんて木に吊るされたことあるぜ。3日3晩物置に閉じ込められたっけな。
Yep, I'm terrified of the countryside now.
この島じゃその時代の気風がまだ残ってるぜ。
Yep. Doesn't that mean the kids are in a really dangerous spot right now? They might be in for a really severe punishment. Look, I'm not like I've said it before. I don't think you should beat your kids. Oh, but sometimes they might need to get smacked around a little bit. But as I listened to the adults' conversation, it didn't just sound angry.
うちの娘はお父さんと結婚するなんて言ってよ。うちのせがれは俺のこと宇宙一の漁師だってや褒めて。うちの息子なんてよ、何も言わなくても毎朝新聞を取ってきてくれるんだぜ。
That one's kind of lame. Now they're bragging about their kids?
微笑ましいわね。
Yeah, sure is. For the moment, the situation didn't have the slightest trace of seriousness to it. Could be that the adults Could be that the adults all actually had quite a bit of faith in their kids, more or less.
おい、もうビールがないじゃないか。
It's 9 a.m.
ビールがなけりゃ焼酎を飲めばいいじゃない。それもそうだな。
Or maybe they just wanted to get smashed. Yeah, a little column A, mostly.
では当面の方針はそんなところで。
They had a meeting, in some sense of the word, with half the participants being completely sauced, and hashed out a tentative plan of action. In their words, do not back down to the kids' demands under any circumstances. Force the kids to abandon their hideout and come down from the mountain themselves. Those were their two guiding objectives.
で、子供たちの説得だが、これは
All the adults turned to look at Nomi.
少年団にやってもらったらどうかと思うんだがな。
少年団がですか？
Yeah, you're like the midpoint, you know. You'd be good strike breakers here. Nobuki and the rest of the youth association looked startled to have the buck suddenly pass to them.
年が近い方が子供らに話を聞いてもらいやすいんじゃないか。ガキどもも今は頭に血が上ってて、俺たち親に反抗心丸出しだしな。
This must be a working middle management, feels like, huh?
この機会に今の少年団の力ってのも見せてもらいたいしな。
そう言われちゃ断れねえな。
そうだな。
大人が忘れちゃった子供心ってのくすぐってあげましょうか。
え、
Yes.
私も行くの？もちろんだ。白羽も少年団の団員だぞ。勝手に入れられてただけだし。
Oh, you are a youth on this island, therefore you're automatically
こ
enrolled.
の島で生まれたんだからそれが運命よ。
Me too?
当然だろう。
Ah, right. Naturally, huh? I was a bit happy they were treating me as part of the group.
お、いたいた。
Hey! Umi-chan was up on top of the roof again. The other kids were gathered up beneath her, looking at us.
懲りずにまた来たんですか？ここは絶対に通しません。
Well, looks like they're nice and healthy at least.
じゃあどうする？
まずは私が話してみよう。
Nobuki stepped forward. Maybe she felt responsible for it as the youth association's leader or something.
ちょっと話をしたい。
話すことなんてありません。
いいから聞け。この立てこもりという強硬な手段は感心できない。抗議するのはいい。だが言いたいことがあるならちゃんと正しい手続きをとって正々堂々しなければ自分たちに非があると言っているようなもの。
Protesting is a civic right and duty. You should do it as often as you want. A solid argument. Maybe even a bit too solid. Less of a negotiation than a lecture.
なんか当たり前すぎてつまらないですわね。
つまらない？
頭が硬いな。ほんとだよな。おっぱいバーカ大きくなって。
おっぱい。
悔しかったらおっぱいだけじゃなく背を伸ばしてごらんなさいですわ。そうだそうだ、おっぱい女。おっぱいおっぱいおっぱいおっぱい。
Now the kid's boob chant was getting louder and louder. Man, kids really like boobs, don't
で
they?
もみきはそういうのに耐性ないから。
Yeah, we know. Tolerance?
どうやら少々しつけが必要と見える。あ、切れた。
ハイリー、止めるぞ。
Right. Ruchi and I rushed up and dragged Nomiki back with us.
離せ離せ撃たせ
Put the Hydra down, Nomiki.
ろ。あいつらめ、人のことをバカに
Or we
し
can
て。
beat their asses later. She really wasn't acting her age.
じゃあ今度は私が行ってくるわ。
You gonna be okay out there?
任せといてよ。
I walked off towards the kids, brimming with confidence. Well, she seems awfully sure that she's got this under control.
青は子供たちには師匠って呼ばれてるからな。
Huh? They what? There's something sort of pitiful about that.
あ、師匠だ。
Al's appearance threw the kids into a state of confusion. Looked like fighting with their master would be tough for them
大
after
人
all.
ってほんと勝手よね。子供たちのことを全然分かってない。大人は子供たちのことをもっと理解するべきだわ。
同調作戦策か。
Uh-huh.
ああして油断させて相手の懐に入り込むつもりだな。
Oh, what an incredibly dirty trick.
でもな、師匠はピンクだからな。え、ピンクって何がよ。師匠エロいもん。
Well, yeah.
エロいって私はエロじゃないわよ。そう。
Yeah,
青は
no.
結構。
白浜で。待てよ。エロいってことは師匠も大人じゃん。そうですわね。間違いないですわ。みんな騙されちゃいけないよ。
Is that how it works?
エロエロエロエロ。
Al plodded her way back to us.
私の威厳がエロ。
Maybe you need to do a little bit of self-reflection.
多感なお年頃なんです。
Al fled the scene in tears. A bunch of kids just made her cry.
青は再起不能か。じゃあ次は。
私
Is Al the only one we've had like an implied sex scene with compared to all the other heroines? I think so. Crazy. Good luck.
えっと
She went out there, at least, but apparently had no plan.
成瀬さんも大人です。大人は誰も通しません。その仲間に入れてほしい。
は？
大人はずるいし気持ちすごくわかるから一緒に戦おう。
まさかの裏切り。
Yep. Huh? This isn't part of her plan?
いや、あれは本気だな。
Oh, are you kidding me? Umi-chan was hesitating.
ちょっと待って、おかしいよ。
Well, yeah, Chirha, of course it's gonna be weird.
何がだ？白羽姉はいつもぼっちじゃん。なのに仲間に入れてほしいとか変だよ。それはそうだよね。仲間なんて欲しくないからいつも一人でいるんでしょ。俺たちの中に入り込んで内部崩壊を企んでるんだ。
Eh,
そんなんじゃ。
kids sure are cruel, aren't they?
成瀬さん、どすこいです。ガーン。
Chirha withdrew in a state of shock. It looked like that hit her pretty hard. You okay, Chirha?
帰る。
Chirha plodded back down the mountain path. I'm gonna bring myself to call out to her. Huh. That looks tougher than I expected.
じゃ俺がビシッと決めてやるか。おいガキどもー。
Umi-chan and the others flinched back from his abrupt roar. Really be trying to power through with pure rage
そ
alone?
の秘密基地に木箱があるだろ
Can I have that at least? Don't open
う。
it.
おとなしく出てくるならその中から好きなおもちゃを何でも一つ持って行っていいんだぜ。
Nope, he was bribing them. Well, but actually, that might be a solid tactic when you're up against kids. heard a rummaging sound from inside the base. They probably found the toy box.
何これヨーヨーベアリングがばかりなってる。
ミニ四駆セッティングが古すぎだよ。
木刀にヌンチャク。
Oh, hell yeah.
品位を疑いますわ。
Ferrucci returned, a hollow smile plastered across his face. How'd it go?
あいつら一回泣かそうぜ。
Nope, not happening.
今のうちに大人の厳しさを教えてやらねえと
I'm with Ferrucci on this one. You need to, like, fuck them up.
あいつらろくな大人にならねえよ
Look, calm down, okay? If we fall back on grown-up authority like that, we're just gonna drive them further and further away.
じゃあここで脱ぐ
Wait, you lost me. Where's this coming from?
脱ぎ続けてあいつらが出てくるまで何日でも居座ってやる
Yeah, make them just uncomfortable. Ah, okay. So you're just harassing.
裸祭りだ
Ferrucci stripped off his shirt.
お前どっちの味方だよ
いや、私はまだ撃っていないぞ。
えじゃあ今のは。
撃て
うわ
Ferrucci was gunned down by the kid's fearsome barrage.
もう帰る
Ferrucci ran off down the path, sopping wet and sobbing.
ここは私たちの帝国です。不埒な大人は容赦なく撃ちます。
I looked up at Uma-chan on the rooftop. Unassailable though she may have looked, I was sure that she had a weakness somewhere. For now, though. Uma-chan, climbing up that high is dangerous.
またパンツ見る気ですか？
Hold on, I wasn't looking at them last time either.
撃て
Wow! The heck? I was just worried about you.
もう今日は話し合いも無理だな。一旦引き上げよう。
Ugh. So, yeah, the Youth Association couldn't persuade them.
そう大変だったわね。
That night, Kyoko-san and I ate dinner together. We were only one person short, still felt weirdly lonely. And the fact that we were eating cup udon certainly didn't help.
やっぱりうどんはこの銘柄が一番美味しいわ。
The fact that you have enough familiarity with all the different brands to state that is sad in and of itself. Kyoko-san was thoroughly enjoying the instant udon she always kept in stock. Not worried about the
行
kids?
方不明ってわけじゃないし、そんなに危険なことはないわよ。
Is that how it works out here? Like in the city, everyone on this island knows each other. When these are wild animals, just about the only potential danger on the mountain. That aside, one thing that could be troubling them is... You keep a bunch of cup udon in stock, right?
ケースで買ってあるわよ。
In that case, would you mind if I grab a few?
おかわり？
Yeah. I had a feeling the kids might be pretty hungry. Nah, starve them out. You know, they may have barricaded themselves in, but now they're trapped. You know, you got them in siege mode. You know, give it a couple days and they'll be eating the fucking horses and the cats. Secret base was completely silent at nighttime. I wonder if they're already asleep. Can't even post a guard at night. Look at them now. Their defense was full of holes. If the adults took the chance to launch an all-out attack, they could storm the base effortlessly. Wouldn't exactly be fair play, though. I set the cup udon and a thermos full of several cups worth of hot water down in front of their barricade. Glancing down, I noticed that there was a brown paper bag lying just a little bit away from my delivery. Oh, what's this? Digging aside, it was full of snacks and candy. There's a bag of snacks out here, of all places. For a second, I wondered if one of the kids forgot it here. But no, that couldn't be right. Someone must have brought it up here for them. Now, I guess? Now the poster girl, words, I can't speak. The poster girl of the candy store was showing her disciples mercy, I suppose. Apparently, we were all thinking along the same lines. Piled them up with the udon and the thermoses so the kids could find them easily and made my way back down the mountain. The next day. Oh, Shira's not here today?
昨日のダメージがまだ抜けてないのかもしれないな。
That loner attack really got to her, huh?
エロちゃんは
Oh, apparently I hadn't shaken it off either.
苦戦してるみたいだな。手助けがいるかい？
It all sounded thoroughly amused by her struggles.
あいつら泣かしていいっすか？
三谷の。おめえ大人になれよ。
Mind if I try convincing them this time? I think I'm one of the reasons why Umi-chan's rebelling.
おう、構わねえよ。都会の意地、見せてみな。
Thanks.
何かいい作戦でもあるわけ？
Yeah, I'll give them each $20 to fuck off. Yeah, I'll use this. I pulled out a notebook.
なんだ？その古びたノートは。
I brought it with me just to eliminate the 1 in a million chance of it getting discovered while I was gone. It's my dark hidden past.
だからあんた
Let's go!
また来たんですか？懲りない大人たちですね。
Uh-huh. Umi-chan. Just as I was about to speak, Tenzin staggered out in front of me. He stared right up at Umi-chan.
何ですか？
He stared at her, and then he crumbled to his knees, groveling shamelessly.
ラケットを返してください。
He pressed his forehead to the ground and sobbed as he begged. I was witnessing a new side of his pride, in a sense.
この音は
That light tapping sound of a ping pong ball. It was coming from the secret base.
僕のラケットピンポン玉
使用中です。
Children really are cruel. Ruthlessly delivering the finishing blow to an enemy who was already down. She let out an irritated sigh and looked over at me. First of all, let me apologize, Umi-chan. I'm really sorry for telling everyone about your special move practice.
そんなこと蒸し返さなくていいです。そんな恥ずかしい記憶思い出させないでください。大人のそういうデリカシーのないところが嫌いです。謝って自分だけが楽になりたいだけなんです。
Yep,
おい、なんか火に油を注いでるみたいだぞ。
trust the plan.
大丈夫か？
Yeah, here's where the real plan starts. I clenched my journal. Time to debut my secret weapon. But Umi-chan, that wasn't anything to be embarrassed about.
だから
There's nothing embarrassing about stuff like that at all! Here's the proof! Feast your eyes on this! I held up the journal above my head.
何ですかそれ。
Let me show you, here and now, what something really embarrassing looks like. I snapped open the journal. Sovereign of celestial grandeur, conqueror of the azure realm, heed my call and raise your voice and answer. Blue Impulse!
はい。
Umi stared back at me and cocked her head in confusion. Kids on the other side of the barricade reacted similarly. Over my side, however, Ao and Nomiki's faces were bright red as they tried to keep their expressions in check. They bore the same wounds I did, so they knew the true significance of my display.
それが一体何なんですか？
Umi-chan, however, wasn't getting it at all. And she was the one I actually needed to reach. Gah. Okay then. Elento Mabino Renaquant Crimson Sun Flare!
はい。
How'd you like that? My own magic spell. Where's my phone vibrating? Did Google turn on again? No, I'm just getting stupid fucking WhatsApp notifications. I'm Namaku-san Manda Agudon Tetagram, I summon thee! Come forth! Archfiend Valray! That was the mightiest summoning magic known to man, derived from the esoteric teachings of the Vajrayana Buddhism and the invocations of King Solomon himself.
もうやめて
よすんだ。これ以上はお前の精神が。
っていうか見てる方が辛いわ。よくわかんねえけどこれ以上はお前の心が先に折れちまうぞ。
Uh-huh. It's fine, everyone. Doesn't matter what happens to me. It lets me save those kids and everyone else on this island. Couldn't ask for anything more.
高原、お前そこまでこの島のことを。
ハイリバカにしてるんですか？
Huh? The look Chun was giving us carried a mixture of pity and contempt. It was terrible. Oh, my heart can't take this. Okay, how about this? Sword and sorcery style world I designed myself. I've got a map and a timeline for it and everything. Open up the notebook wide and showed her. Meanwhile, Aonomiki blushed fiercely and cringed. Ah! My journal! My adolescence!
はい逃げろ。
Wah! Sob.
元気出しなさいよ。そのなんだ、一つ過去を清算したと思えばいいの
As
では
in,
ないか。
literally bury it. Go get a shovel and go into the mountains and get rid of that thing. Aonomiki were being weirdly kind.
にしても今日も失敗だったな。
When doesn't he? We were conducting a debriefing at the Torchirojima Youth Uprising Task Force HQ. I presented my humiliating past for the whole world to see, and the tables were turned on me in an instant. Sniff.
てかハイリもあれでよく説得できると思ったよな。
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
私は評価するわよ。高原は頑張ったぞ。
Yeah, those two really are nice.
おうおう、またこっぴどくやられちまったみてえだな。
The adults gathered up and smirked at
そ
us.
ろそろ俺たちの出番か。
まだやれろ。
This battle's only just begun. Or at least I'd like to believe that. Later that night. Brought some canned food for you today. Filled up a small mountain of cans in front of the secret base. Looking around, there was another bag of snacks tonight. I guess Ao came by again. I'd expect no less, Master. She must be worried about them every night, too. I brought the cans over and set them by the bag. Thought I saw something moving around in the undergrowth. Animal? Or maybe something else. Yeah, okay, I'm scared now. Time to head home. Couldn't believe the kids were fine with sleeping in a place like this every night. Yeah, it was the Chupacabra. The next day.
強行突破行くぞ。
身の程を教えてあげるわ。
落ち着け、お前たち。今日の作戦は決して子供らをやり込めることが目的じゃない。子供たちを救い出すのが目的なんだからな。
Or so she said, but I couldn't help but notice that she was servicing Hydra more thoroughly than usual. She even had a bunch of spare water stocked up too. Oh, somebody's feeling dangerous, huh?
僕のラケット。
And somebody else looks dangerous in a totally different sense. We advanced up the mountain path as stealthily as possible. As we got closer to the secret base, we slowed our pace and paid extra attention to our surroundings.
私たちの作戦はあくまで子供たちのためのものだ。そこだけは間違えるなよ。
Hard to take that at face value from someone who's brandishing a high-powered water gun.
もちろんよ。子供たちの健康のためよ。
And it's hard to take that at face value from someone who's grinning like a jackal.
泣くまでは許さねえ。
Come on, at least try to pretend. Just then, I felt something like a burst of compressed air from the side of the path. Without warning, Orochi was blasted off the path. What?
マルタのトラップだと。
Cool. Orochi was collapsed on the ground, not moving. Orochi! You alive?
あのガキども
Huh? The island kids seriously make this trap on their own?
じゃなきゃ誰の仕業だよ
Okay, fair point. Something wrong,
い
Nomiki?
や、昔少し教えただけなんだが、
Why?
ここまでものにしているとは。
お前が原因かよ
子供の可能性というのは、かくも恐ろしいものだな。
いい話風にまとめんな
この分じゃこの先もどんなトラップがあるかわからないわね。
Oh, for sure. Better be careful. Set up again, keeping a careful eye out for traps.
ラケットが
Tenzin suddenly rushed ahead, grasping for something. Wait! It's definitely a trap!
見え見えじゃねえか。
Yeah,
置いてこうぜ。
he's fine.
待ってよ
仕方ないやつだな。今助けてやる。
We help Nomiki cut Tenzin down from the trap. Then we set off once again.
あれは
Hey, out! Don't wander off on your own! Like, they leave like a porno mag out like it's fucking MGS?
またなんかに釣られたぞ
一体何に釣られたんだ？
Walked over to the area I was dangling in.
これは
Yep, porn.
なるほど。このピンクの。
I was surrounded by suckers.
しょうがねえなここから先は俺が道を切り開いてやるみんな俺についてこい
Orochi took point with a valiant shout. Hey, watch your step.
おお落とし穴
何が俺が道を切り開くだ。
こんなクソ
Oh, he's fine.
このぐらいでやられる俺様だと思うんだこうなったら最終形態に変身だ
脱ぐな。
Come on, Nomiki. We're wasting ammo.
だが海水浴場以外
Just hit
で
him.
服を脱ぐことは禁止されているし、
大事の前の大事
大事ではないか。
Are we even gonna make it to the secret base at this rate? We made it. We finally arrived at the barricade.
死ぬかと思った。
主に俺がな。
Having taken point and being caught in all of the traps, for which was a mess. Which wasn't to say the rest of us were uninjured. We were physically and mentally exhausted.
水が残り少ない。
I didn't have to waste ammo, didn't I?
良一がことごとく脱がされるのが悪い。
Yeah, good thing he was the one who fell into that particular trap.
本当にね。
Get rid of the porn already, Al.
ゴミ箱まで持っていくだけよ。
I have a terrible feeling about this, but at least we made it here. Thankfully, the area around the barricade was silent. Only Chen wasn't on the roof to watch us either.
トラップを仕掛けて油断しているのか。
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
おいここからなら乗り越えられそうだぞ。
Urge found a weak point in the barricade, and we managed to climb over and make it inside.
侵入完了。
Oh, that was almost an anticlimactic.
静かすぎる。
なんか
トラップを過信して油断してるだけじゃねえの。
とにかく慎重に行こう。
Right. Now the chupacabra got him. We carefully but quickly slipped inside the secret base.
本当にあっけないわね。
No, nobody's here. The base was totally empty. Not a child to be seen.
ガキンチョども。どう？
何か危険な気配がする。みんな、うかつに動かない方がいいぞ。
Tenza must have noticed something and suddenly sprinted ahead.
おい、言ってるそばから。
ピンポン玉
Apparently, he was going after the ping pong ball rolling around on the table. Wait, that's got to be a trap. Grabbed it before I could finish.
なんか糸みたいなのが。
何よ今のスイッチみたいな音。みんな固まれ。背を向き合うんだ。
The four of us, Tenzin accepted, formed a circle, back to back with each other.
うわ、なんだ。
Smell. Smoke bomb fireworks?
視界悪くなって
襲撃。
慌てるな。ただの爆竹だ。
Anyway, we need to get outside. I heard Umi's shouts come from outside. Wait, fire. Next instant, a massive quantity of water soaked the base's walls. Water! Looking outside the windows, I saw the children standing in a line with their water guns, firing out some
撃
balls.
ち込めて水攻めにするつもりか。
ちょっとなんでこここんな隙間だらけなのよ
Just get outside! Run! We stumbled towards the exit in unruly panic. Huh? What the? My feet! Look down to find a loop of rope wrapped around my ankle. Wait, a trap! Is the traps in here too? I'm screwed!
今助ける。
Tenzin! You came back for me? Tenzin! I reached my hand out towards Tenzin and he ran right past me. Huh?
もう離さない。
He embraced his racket, which was lying right behind me. What? Ah. Clasping his racket to his chest, Tenzin bolted out of the secret base. Seriously?
人質ゲットだぜイエーイ
Woo. Yeah. In the end, I was left alone in the base for the kids to capture. They tied me up to a pillar. While the other kids made merry, Umi-chan glared sullenly at me. So what are you planning to do now, Umi-chan?
最初に言った通りです。大人たちがちゃんと謝るまで帰りません。
I thought I already apologized, though.
私だけの問題じゃありません。ここにいる子供たちみんなが大人に謝ってほしいんです。
I don't care about them. Fuck them kids. You really hate adults that much?
みんなの気持ちわかるから。自分勝手で都合のいい時しか構ってくれないとか、もっと子供のことを考えてほしいのに。
Umi-chan's expression clouded over as she spoke. Umi-chan. When it all came down to it, I didn't know much about her at all. Never really asked her why she came to this island alone either. But one way or another, she ended up here on her own. I thought back to the little bit she told me about her dad before. Considering her current behavior, even I could surmise that things weren't going well between her and her parents. What could I possibly say to her considering that? Umi-chan spoke to me this time, seemingly at a bit of a loss for words. Yeah,
毎晩ここにご飯持ってきてくれてたのって
well, yeah,
高
it's
原
been
さんです。
food from our house, so. You caught me?
京子さんのカップうどんがありました。
Ah, alright.
一応お礼は言っておきます。
Yeah, no problem.
だけど高原さんはこのまま拘束します。
Yeah, I got it. I'll behave.
そうしておいてください。
What do we do when I have to go to the bathroom, though? Umi-chan turned around, almost like she was trying to hide something, and went back to the other kids. Understanding the kids' feelings, huh? Well, I sort of got their point about adults being selfish. What to do about this? The rest of the day passed without any real event. The sun eventually set.
プピープピー
As soon as night fell, the kids fell right asleep. I wouldn't think they'd be so troublesome, seeing them sleep like this. It's coming from the wall. Could somebody be outside?
無事だな。
A voice slipped in through a crack in the wall. He was whispering quietly enough that only I could hear him. Who's there?
喋らなくていい。黙って聞け。少年団の時間はもうおしまいだ。
Yeah, it's been like 4 days.
明日、大人が動くぜ。
Huh? He vanished in an instant. Judging by his voice, he must have been one of the island adults. I had a feeling I'd heard him somewhere before, actually. The adults were making their move. That's what he said. Tomorrow. What's gonna happen? Ugh. When I woke up, it was already bright outside. Morning already? It's also weirdly quiet. Too quiet. Unsettlingly so. The mountain's always this quiet in the morning? No, that couldn't possibly be right. Judging by how bright it was still early in the morning. At this time of day, the local birds would usually be cawing all over the place and making a ruckus. Plus, the cicadas that were so incredibly loud every day weren't making any noise at all. Tomorrow, we adults are making our move. Remember the voice from the night before, and what he said. The calm before the storm, I guess. That was all I could see this as. I heard Umi-chan's voice from across the room. She sat up. She looked over at me and her eyes met.
もう起きてたんですか?
Hey, is it always just quiet here in the mornings? Umi-chan went quiet. Seemed to be straining her ears. Expression took a turn for the serious.
いえ、こんなには。
I thought so.
もう朝。どうしたんですの?
The other kids woke up one by one, roused by her voices. The adults are coming here today. No clue what they're planning. But since they're up against their own kids, I don't think they're going to be as gentle as we were. I could tell that the kids were shaken. But a moment later...
誰が大人なんかに降参するか! そうよ! 絶対にここには入れさせないんだから! 大人なんかに負けるか!
Now, let's see that when you're getting a... See that, you know, spunk when you're getting a fucking belt across the ass. So you're totally set on not surrendering?
もちろんです。大人たちが謝らない限り、私たちはここから動きません。ここを守ってみせます。
I see. Umi-chan's resolve was firm. What could the adults be planning? When the sunlight started streaming through the cracks, the air finally started to warm up, and then... A familiar voice rang out through the island's broadcast speakers. Looks like it's starting.
Oi! Gaku! 聞こえるか? どうやらおいたが過ぎたようだな.
The voice addressed us. I couldn't hear the slightest hint of nervousness in his speech. I could really feel his mature composure.
今出てきたらしばらくおやつ抜きで許してやるぞ.
ふざけてますわ。どうして私たちがおやつを抜かれないとなりませんの? そうだよ。悪いのは大人なのに.
Because they're the ones who buy it, that's why. It's up to them how they spend their money. They started arguing back. What's that smell? It smelled like something was burning. Looking out the window, a plume of black smoke was wafting up outside. Huh? Fire? I could tell that a bunch of adults were moving around outside the barricade. The smell of smoke and fire was growing stronger and stronger. No way. They're burning us out?
なんだ? なんか焦げ臭くない? あれ? 煙だ.
Umi-chan, untie me quickly! I'll go stop them!
でも...
Hurry!
はい。小原さん。
Either that or they're just having like a barbecue out there and they're just fucking luring them out. Like, don't you want some like nice roast meats? The voice is wavering. I mean, of course you'd be scared. It's okay. I'll figure something out for sure. Umi-chan nodded. But still, those adults. Seriously, no one would go that far here? This is way past the point of education or discipline.
あれ、この匂い。
Huh? Suddenly, I smelled something nice mixed in with the smoke. It smells good? What is this? The kids peeked out through the gaps in the walls, lured by the smell.
父ちゃんの海賊焼き。
I'm so smart and media literate. Look at me, guys.
お母さんのカレーの匂いもする。朝のお味噌汁の香りですわ。え？
What on earth are they? Unable to process the situation, Umi and I glanced at each other. The smell and the smoke. Couldn't be. Umi-chan ran over to the window to confirm her suspicions, and I followed suit. We looked outside, and there were the adults, clustered around a bunch of kitchenware in front of the secret base. In short, they were cooking.
朝ごはん？
Breakfast sounds nice. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's noon. Yeah, sure looks like it.
今なら怒らねえから出てきな。一緒に朝飯を食べようぜ。
I really stopped to think it was obvious. Of course the adults wouldn't try to burn their own kids out of the base. But still, having a cookout? Plus each household brought their own signature dishes to really double down on the homesickness. That homesickness plus the delicious smell had the kids staring outside and drooling. They were completely entranced by the food. I can't believe they're attacking us with home cooking. Seriously, how incredibly cunning of them. I had the feeling I'd come to a new understanding of how fearsome adults could be. The kids had been eating junk food this whole time. They probably hadn't had a decent meal in ages. Putting them up against the smell of home cooking they were so familiar with would make them, well, do exactly what they were doing at this very moment. But they were planning on this from the beginning. That's why they seemed so confident this whole time.
お母さん。
Drawn in by their homesickness and their appetites, the kids clustered on the window, their eyes glued to the sight outside. It's plain to see that they were wavering. But still they remained, if only by a paper-thin margin. The kids were stubborn to the bitter end. But...
おい！じゃあそろそろあれやるか。
Huh? The adults were moving around in a hurry again. What could they possibly do on top of all this?
あれはチャーハン。
The adults were preparing their last, most lethal weapon, fried rice. They brought out a massive iron plate and poured a ton of ingredients and rice into it, then started stir-frying it all up. In an instant, an irresistible aroma spread through the vicinity. Well, that's just cheating. Having been conditioned by Umi-chan's fried rice every morning, I was whetting my appetite as well.
あー、美味しそう。お腹減った。
I could hear their stomachs growling. Their hearts and minds were all held captive by the allure of fried rice. Excepting Umi-chan, that is. Her expression had suddenly regained its former severity. And beneath that expression lay rage. Umi-chan was furious. Umi-chan?
全然なってません。
She leapt out of the secret base with a shout. Hey, Umi-chan!
おい！あれ見ろ！
By the time I got out and looked up, Umi-chan was already on the roof. Umi-chan!
そんなチャーハンは認めません。
Huh? That's what's gotten into her?
せっかく中華鍋を使って焚き火のすごい火力を使っているのに鍋を熱しきれてない。
Yeah, crank it up. Gotta get crunchy.
もっと水を弾くくらい熱く鍋を焼いてから炒めるべきです。鍋の振りもお玉の使い方もなってません。豪快な動きでごまかしているだけでお米が全然舞ってないですよ。あ、ほら焦げてる。お米が焦げたらそれは焼き飯です。チャーハンは炒めてこそのチャーハンなんです。
Umi-chan criticized each and every aspect of the fried rice from the rooftop. The adults stared up at her in blank astonishment. Definitely wasn't what they had in mind, but one way or another, they lured out the leader of the Children's Rebellion as a result. As without her around to keep the other members in check,
もうダメだ
the rest of the children burst out of the secret base in unison.
お母さんのカレー。あ、みんな
Umi-chan came to her senses and tried to stop them, but it was too late. The kids had already sprinted up at the fragrant breakfast that awaited them.
ほら捕まえたぞこのクソガキが
And then, one by one, the kids were taken into custody.
こんな心配させやがって
I'll give you something to fucking cry about. No sooner than they'd been captured than the scolding began. Umi-chan looked out over her comrades as they were whacked on the head or viciously scolded, and hung her head.
こんな
Her shoulders were ever so slightly trembling. They grew bigger and bigger until she was quivering with rage. Umi-chan raised her head once more. Her fury from before had returned, redoubled.
怒らないって言ったじゃないですか。一緒に朝ごはんを食べようってなのに
Yep.
嘘をついて子供を騙して
Fooled you.
やっぱり大人なんて信用できない嘘つきばっかり
Umi-chan howled, consumed with rage. And thanks to that, she lost sight of her surroundings. Naturally, that included her footing.
大人なんて
Umi-chan, look out! And maybe she stomped too strongly. Maybe the roof beneath her had deteriorated just a bit too much. One way or another, snap rang out and a crack ran along the rooftop beneath her feet. Oh, her footing wasn't great to begin with. The slanted rooftop made her lose her balance in an instant. Her little body slid off the rooftop and tumbled towards the ground. Umi-chan! I was moving before I knew it. I sprinted desperately towards the spot where she would land. I've gotta... I kicked off the ground with all my strength. Reaching out a hand, I frantically grasped for her. As she fell, so leisurely it felt like the whole world was moving in slow motion, I caught her. Yes! I pulled her close to me and slammed into the ground, tumbling across the dirt. Oh. I felt the impact all across my body. I endured it, though, still clutching Umi-chan to my chest. I rolled over and over before finally coming to a stop. Ugh. Umi-chan? I checked on her the moment we came to a halt. Umi-chan was frozen in shock. But in any case, she didn't seem to be seriously injured. Ugh. You alright, Umi-chan? Finally noticing that I was hugging her, Umi-chan gasped in surprise and blushed. Does it hurt anywhere?
いえ大丈夫みたいです
Really? Oh, thank goodness. In that case, reassured, I took a long, deep breath and then... You idiot! I let out the loudest, angriest shout I could manage. How many times did I tell you not to climb on the roof? How many times did I say it was dangerous? This building's so old and beat up, the roof could cave in any second. It's completely obvious, just look at it. If the other kids see you doing that, it's only a matter of time before they start imitating you. You're supposed to stop them, not egg them on. Why'd you go out of your way to put yourself in danger? What were you thinking? Umi-chan shrunk back as I shouted. She timidly opened an eye. She'd shut as she flinched away.
やっぱり怒るんじゃないですか
Of course I am! Scolding you because I was worried to death.
ぱい
Oh, for crying out loud. Are you really not hurt?
はい
Well, that's good. Really, thank goodness. Umi-chan's hat had fallen to the ground when she slipped off the roof. I picked it up and plopped it onto her head.
帽子
It's important to you, right?
うん
Hey, Umi-chan, take a look around. Sure, the adults are scolding their kids. Does it really look like they're just angry? The other kids were getting chewed out all around us. But looking a bit closer, the adults weren't being overly emotional at all. It's plain to see that they were doing their best to clearly explain something really important to their children. And the kids seemed to be getting it too. The ones that were bawling moments ago were totally calm now, quietly listening to their parents. As a result, the adults' lectures gradually returned to a normal volume, and a sense of calm returned to the area. Kids and adults are always going to value things differently. That's all there is to it. Sometimes those different values might clash, but in the end, I think the adults really do have a lot that they can teach kids.
わかったか？わかったらこんなことはもう二度とするなよ。よし。じゃあまあ、叱るのはこのぐらいにしといてやるか。そうだな。もう十分だろ。こんなにしっかり行動ができるようになるとはな。
褒めてくれるんですの？
No. Don't get it twisted.
手段は問題だが、信念を曲げないってところは立派だった。そこは褒めてやる。
That tiny bit of praise was enough to bring the smiles back to their faces.
しばらくおやつ抜きってのは変わらんがな。
Oh yeah, you kids are grounded as fuck.
そうだよ。やっぱり大人は横暴だ。
Yup.
お前らもう十分食ったろ。
The mystery was finally solved. Knew who'd been delivering the snacks up here every night now. Adults had been coming up here every night to watch over their kids up close. They made it look like it was nothing. In the end, the adults on this island really are nice people. Good going adults. Umichan stared at them, her eyes wide, almost like she was watching magic at work.
なんでみんな笑ってるんですか？あんなに怒ってた大人たちも泣いていた子供たちもみんなもう笑って。
That's probably because they're relieved. Or to the adults, they've been even more worried if their kids were too obedient. Maybe that they saw this little kid's rebellion as proof that their children were growing and were happy about it. Maybe that's why they could smile like that. When adults lecture you, it's a sign of their affection.
怒るのも愛情。
Umichan muttered the words, digesting them
じ
thoroughly.
ゃあ叱られたことさえない子供はどうしたらいいんですか？心配もしてもらえない子供はどうしたらいいんですか？
Umichan squeezed her hands together. Like she might break down in tears at any moment. I didn't know the details of her situation, of course, but I could tell that she was starved for parental affection. For that big, all too important affection that the kids around her were experiencing at this very moment. Well, I scolded you, didn't I? She looked up. Her eyes were wide open, like she was looking at something wondrous and inexplicable. I mean, affection from someone like me might not be enough for you. But still, I was serious when I was lecturing you just now. I don't think, I should butt into your situation with your parents, but for now, I'll worry about you and scold you in your dad's place.
はい、心配かけてごめんありがとう
She hung
ご
her
ざい
head.
ます。
Oh, you're talking too slow on me. She hung her head, and her voice shook as she spoke. Meanwhile, I was thinking over my own words, and Umi's as well. I was reflecting on myself. Yeah, what I did wasn't a big deal at all. I was just saying that I wanted what I wanted somebody to say to me myself, back then. When I quit my club, stormed around the town getting into fights, got suspended. It wasn't anyone else's fault. I was to blame for all of it. But even so, my own father didn't scold me at all. He just looked at me with disgust. In the end, he rejected me. It might be that, really, I wanted him to get mad at me. Like the adults around me were earnestly scolding their children. Maybe it was wrong for me to want to be fawned upon like that at my age. Maybe all I ever really wanted was for him to face me seriously. Umichan rubbed at her eyes, trying to hide the tears that were streaming from them. Looking around, none of the kids were crying anymore. Everyone was smiling, enjoying the breakfast the adults made together. So, what's the plan? Want to grab some fried
い
rice?
いえ、うちで作ります。
It's like, yeah, I saw that was me. That shit sucks. That sounds good. Just doesn't feel like the day's really begun if I don't have a heaping of your fried rice. Same for the end of the day, too.
それ私に餌付けされてませんか？
Huh? You only just realized?
仕方ないですね。
Smile spread across Umi's face. Alright, let's head home.
はい。
And so, the island's children's rebellion played right into the adults' hands and came to an end. That night,
高原さん、起きてますか？
Uma-chan visited me in my room. What's up?
「
She sat down on her knees in front of me, acting a bit formal. And then,
本当にごめんなさいでした。
it looks like she came to apologize again. That's fine, really. I can tell you regret it and all.
はい。もうしません。
She said it decisively. Sounds like we're good then. I smiled at her. She smiled back for just a moment, but then returned to the same serious expression as before. What is it?
あの
She hesitated. Whatever she was trying to say, she was having a hard time spitting it out. But in the end, she
今日
spoke.
は本気で叱ってくれて嬉しかったです。
Huh? You were? Oh, that's good then.
はい。私お父さんとうまくいっていない
Yeah, we
ん
could
です。
tell. Yeah. I've always had the feeling that was the case. But I'd have felt awkward bringing it up, and I hadn't expected Uma-chan to open up to me
だ
herself.
から叱ってくれて嬉しかったんです。
It's been embarrassing to be thanked like that. This might sound sort of weird, but
はい。
I'm a good bit older than you and all. Well, that's not really a good reason, but still. I mean, only if you wanted me to. I wouldn't mind if you thought of me as a stand-in dad or something.
え
Yeah, that's weird. No, just be like, yeah, trusty older brother or something. Don't play daddy replacement at like 17. Sorry, I was lying. I take it back.
嘘なんですか？
Huh? Well, I mean, not exactly lying, but how should I put it? Sorry, just forget about
い
it.
え。ありがとうございます。
Don't call me daddy. Whatever you do. Umi-chan.
じゃあその音
No, you cannot.
パパって呼んでもいいですか？
What? No.
なんでですか？だって父親代わりみたいに思ってくれていいって言ったじゃないですか。
Yeah, that's weird. No, it makes my skin crawl. Yeah, but still, Papa's definitely out. I mean, like, think of you as your dad internally. When you say it out loud, it sounds all, you know.
意味がわからないです。やっぱり大人なんて嫌いです。
Umi-chan stormed out of the room. Right when it felt like we were making up too. Is that back call? Regardless, Papa just isn't right. I scratched my head, left alone and feeling incredibly awkward. In any case, chatting with her felt sort of nostalgic. Like I'd finally returned to my usual daily lifestyle. I glanced up to see Umi-chan sticking up her face halfway around the
お
corner.
やすみなさい、高原さん。
Yeah, night. Well, maybe things were a bit different from before after all. Looks like I'll finally get a good night's sleep. Collapsed into bed, feeling thoroughly satisfied. White screen. My eyes. But, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like a great place to stop it here for today. So, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check out the Discord link in the description down below and become a member today and give me your money. And we will reconvene next time with the next episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where we will continue Umi's route and delve into her daddy issue some more. And I don't know, it's weird. It seems like he's kind of fueling it a little bit, but hey, you know, whatever, whatever makes him happy, I guess. Anyway, yeah, a little strange, but I won't dig into it too much. Anyway, yeah, I've already said my bit. I need to go to the bathroom, and I need to order some lunch because I am fucking starving. It's almost 1 o'clock, and I haven't had breakfast yet. So, have a good day, everyone. Go do good things. Don't do bad things. Bye-bye now.